Hello, welcome back to my little channel. We're gonna do a beautiful reset and relaxation evening flow. If you would like to practice with me in person and not just online, you can find all the details to my in-person classes and to my Aura Circle meetups in the description below. But if you're just here to roll out your mat, maybe you're at home, maybe you're in your living room, maybe you're somewhere in a park where there's better weather than here in Amsterdam, you can just roll out your mat. All you're gonna need today is your mat and maybe a pillow. That's completely optional. You can just grab one off the couch, grab one off your bed. And we're just gonna begin. So it's gonna be a really beautiful 30 minutes of gentle movement, gentle stretching, gentle breath, and just really give ourselves an opportunity to connect back to ourselves. Maybe we've had a little stressful week, a stressful day, so it's always nice in the evening to really unwind the mind before we attempt to sleep. So when you're ready, you can come back into your child's pose. That means your big toes are gonna touch and your knees can either spread apart or they can come together. That's completely up to you. You pick what works best for you. In child's pose, sometimes we can have some issues coming down with our glutes all the way onto our heels. If that's the case, you're completely fine. Just pop that pillow in right under those glutes and then come to just stretch out your arms in front of you and attempt to lay your forehead down. And as we're here, we're just gonna start to bring our attention completely inwards. So just starting to breathe and becoming aware of the breath. We always begin in yoga with breath awareness. This breath is really our guiding force and guiding energy, both in this practice and in life. It is such a subconscious mechanism, yet there is so much power embedded in it, especially when we start to tap into it consciously. So as you're just curling up here, start to become aware of it. Really start to notice it. How does it move through you? How does it fill up the lungs? How does it fill up the ribs? And now I'm not all the way down with my forehead as I'm talking, but you're of course going to come all the way down and just really take this to turn inward. Child's pose is such a powerful pose as it truly allows us to tune out any distractions that are in our surroundings, that are happening in our day-to-day life. It really allows us to just be. We're going to take 2 more deep breaths here, breathing in and out, and in and out. You're gently going to start to roll yourself up, coming to tabletop. That means that our shoulders stack above our wrists and our knees stack underneath our hips. If you have the pillow, you can just pop it off to the side. From here, we're just gently going to bring some movement into the spine, so swaying the hips and the shoulders side to side. And then just take a moment to feel good in your body. So maybe you want to do some body rolls here. Maybe you want to do just cat and cow, but just give yourself a moment of intuitive movement. So often we move based on complete instructions, and we don't actually listen into ourselves. What does your body need? What do you need? The whole time remembering to breathe, keeping those breaths nice and steady, nice and deep. And gently coming back to a neutral flat back. We're going to arch the back. And exhale, round through the shoulders, push them out away. Inhale, arch the back, lower the belly. Exhale, press the belly up towards the spine. Inhale, arch, really lift your chest. And on the exhale, bring that chin in towards the chest as you press the mat away. One more time with arch. And exhale, press. Coming back to neutral, we're just going to gently arch the back as we sit back down onto our heels. Revisiting the child's pose. And as we revisit it, let's re-check in with ourselves. Do we feel a bit more awakened? Do we feel a bit more focused, a bit more steady, and really grounding our attention down towards the mat? 2 more breaths. Deep breath in and out, and in and out. Gently lifting yourself back up into tabletop. You're going to shift your weight forward slightly, arching the back, look up. Exhale, hello plank. Lean back, arch the hips, push the hips back down onto the heels. So inhale, you come forward, you slightly arch the back as you look up so that you can press yourself back. Couple more times like this. So we're just creating this nice spinal wave here. Really starting to just feel good in the body. Maybe lowering down the hips more and more each time that we come forward. One more time. And then sinking back down into child's pose. Take 2 deep breaths. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, you're going to lift yourself back up to tabletop. This time we're going to tuck our toes and start to hover the knees off the mat. Just hovering here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your hips up, straighten out the legs slightly as you come back into your down dog. We're going to take it really slow this evening, so don't force anything here. If you like, you can start to bend one knee and then the other, maybe really moving with the shoulders, opening up the upper back, but just keeping that momentum gentle, so not rushing anything. And then we're just gently going to walk our feet towards our hands. Come to the top of the mat and just let yourself hang heavy. In that forward fold, feeling all the energy draw down towards the crown of the head. Let it shoot out towards the mat. Just really let it feel you pulling you down. Sometimes talking with the head upside down is quite difficult, guys. So please don't be too unkind with my messed up cueing in between. But as we're here, we're just gonna find stillness in this forward fold. Really start to surrender to that blood flow and how it comes all the way down into the top of the head. Maybe closing down the eyes, maybe keeping them open. And when you're ready, you can start to shift your weight forward more into your toes. So that we're really starting to come into lengthening the back. So that we're not leaning back, but that we're really starting to shift our weight a bit more forward. Let's just hold this forward fold. Wherever you are, if you're up here, that's fine. You can also keep your knees bent, keep them soft. It's really about decompressing the spine here. So we're not working too much into the hamstring stretch yet, but we're really just working on releasing our neck, releasing any tension stored in the discs of the back, and honestly just also shifting up our perspective. Sometimes throughout the course of our day, we can really get stuck in a rut. We can get stuck on something that ruined our day or that stressed us out. So it's nice to just shake things up a bit and flip them upside down. 2 more breaths. And on the next inhale, you're going to plant your hands down and just walk your feet out so that they're on the edge of the mat. From here, you're going to bend into your knees so that you lower the hips. Now, if you are up here with the hips, that's completely fine. This is a very deep hip opening squat. If you need to move your feet out wider, move them out wider. So I'll just come around to show you quickly. So you can be like this, or you're maybe here, and that's completely fine. Then use your hands to steady yourself. Maybe you want to walk them even wider, so you can come down a bit more. Just find what works for you. We're just going to be here for a moment. 2 more deep breaths. And out. Lift your hips back up wherever you are and plant your hands down. Maybe you need to bend the knees, that's completely fine. You're going to step the left foot to the back corner of the mat. Moving your hands maybe back slightly to be in line with your right foot. And just gently sway side to side. So we're just gently opening up the hip. Starting to release some tension, especially if we've been sat all day. It's really important that we work on keeping our hips happy. When you're ready, you can drop down the left knee and just start to come down into the forearms. Starting to really savor this hip opening sensation here. And if this feels very, very tight for you, don't worry, you can always stay up all the way. You can also try to walk your foot out even more to the side to give you more space. We're just here for 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Planting both hands back on the mat, lift your upper body up. Tuck your back foot, lift the back knee off the mat, and begin to twist yourself open to the right. So we're just coming into a wide high lunge twist here, really opening up the heart, like starting to release any stagnant energy from the chest. 1 more breath. And then you're going to plant the right hand back down next to the left and swing the right foot round so it meets the left in your plank. From here, you push the hips back up into down dog. 1 deep breath in and out. Start to walk your feet top of the mat again, just like we did before. Taking it nice and slow, and then again, just let your head hang heavy. This time, maybe trying to straighten out the legs a bit more. If you want, you can grab your big toes with your index and middle finger and let yourself be pulled more towards the ground as you gently straighten out both knees or attempt to. This is not a must, just give it a shot. See if your hamstrings are feeling a bit warmer now. See how this feels compared to the first time we did it, so that we're constantly reflecting, checking in, observing, and really becoming present within our body and all the sensations it harbors. Again, planting both hands on the mat. Start to walk your feet out so that they're along the edge of the mat as you lower down the hips. And here you can just start to sway side to side, maybe bringing your hands out to the side, maybe they come in prayer, so you use your elbows to push aside those knees. Growing a bit taller from the top of the head, lengthening the spine, keeping the shoulders nice and broad here. So really opening up the hips in this Malasana squat. And this also really brings us back to our root chakra. So feel the root of the body, the root of the pelvis, draw you closer down towards the mat. Your knees come outwards and your hips sink heavy. 2 more breaths. Planting both hands back down on the mat, take the right foot and step it to the back corner of the mat. We're just stepping it along the mat, maybe wiggling the left foot around a little bit here. And again, just finding that opening sensation of the hip. And when you're ready, lowering down the knee and coming all the way down onto the forearms or just staying up. It's your choice. If you're on your forearms, you can roll onto the outer edge of the foot. This presses out the knee slightly more. So we go a bit deeper into the hip. This is only if you're already all the way down. If you're up here, just stay up here. This is already really deep enough. One more breath. And on the exhale, gently lift yourself back up again. Lift the back knee off the mat as you twist open to the left. Your left arm expands towards the sky, so does the left side of your chest. Opening up the shoulder here. One more breath. And then you bring the top hand back down to the inside of the left foot. And your left foot is going to get stepped back into high plank. From here, you just shift the hips back up into down dog. We're here for 3 more breaths. Last big inhale. And on the exhale, gently step your right foot top of the mat in between your hands. Lower down the knee and just bring your hands on top of the right knee. Gently start to press forward into the right knee, so we're working on the hip flexor. When you're ready, planting both hands next to your foot as you start to lengthen the right leg, pressing back into the hip, straightening out the right leg, right toes flex towards you so you keep that tension. And this is where we're going to work really nice and deep into our hamstring. So just start to follow your breath as you gently begin to fold forward. Really on the inhale, lengthening, and on the exhale, folding. So inhale, we lengthen, and exhale, we fold. 2 more times. Let's lengthen and fold, and lengthen to fold. Finding stillness. Just hold it for a moment. Really feeling into that sweet and spicy spot here. Gently walking yourself back forward, lifting yourself up, bending into that right knee. This time you're going to bend the left knee as your right arm reaches up and above and around to grab the outer edge of the left foot. Sinking down with the hips, maybe opening up the chest. And if you can, starting to pull the left foot in towards the glutes. So we're really working on stretching out multiple different body parts here. Release the left foot, bring the right hand back down, frame the foot, straighten the right leg. From here, coming back into our low lunge, lifting yourself up, hands come on top of the knee. If you want, you can take it further and bring them up above the head, reaching back, slight back bend. Deep breath in and out. One more breath and out. Frame the foot, step the right foot back to meet the left foot in tabletop, and just sink back down into your child's pose. Really starting to feel the breath. Starting to become aware of our legs. And just staying down in that child's pose. Like always, if you need to grab the pillow to pop it in between your glutes and your ankles, please do so. You don't want any of this to be too straining on the body. So even if we're working in stretch rather than strength, we want to be working to around 80% of our potential. The rest, the next 20% are going to naturally flow. Deep breath in and out. And as we return to child's pose as a sort of anchor throughout our practice, really taking this moment to return to the self, to the present self, not the past or future you, but to the you that you are right now, right here. Gently rolling yourself back up to tabletop. Remove the pillow if you have the pillow. And just start to tuck the toes and lift yourself back up into down dog. 2 breaths here. In and out. Your left foot steps top of the mat. Let's lower down with the right knee. Bring ourselves up into our low lunge. Just gently pressing further forward with our hip. Stretching out the right hip flexor here. Giving it some love. We're really working on our hips today. We tend to become really cramped up throughout the day, so it's really important that we allow new blood and fresh oxygen to circulate through them so that we regulate our nervous system. Deep breath in and out. Plant your hands either side of the left foot as you start to hinge the hip back, straightening the left leg, the left toes pull towards you. Folding forward. And again, take those little waves. Inhale, we go forward, and exhale, we fold. Inhale forward, and exhale, fold. Inhale, lift yourself up, and exhale, bow down towards yourself. One more time. And just hold it for a moment, simmering into the stillness, into the silence. On your next inhale, lifting yourself up, planting that left foot back down top of the mat, bending into the left knee. Your left arm is going to come up and around to grab the right foot, bending the right leg. And look over your left shoulder. You want to take it further, gently pressing the right foot towards the glutes. We're not forcing anything, but really let that push come naturally. Releasing the arm, bringing it back towards the left foot and straightening out that leg. Deep breath in and out. And in. And out. Gently, let's plant the left foot again, top of the mat, bending into the left knee. Lift yourself up with the upper body high, with the arms reaching towards, pressing the hip forward. One more deep breath. And then we plant the hands back down around the foot and just bring the left foot back. From here, you're going to take one of the last child's poses we're doing this evening. So just let that forehead completely surrender down onto the mat. You're gently roll yourself up to come onto your knees. Now from here, we're going to slide over to come onto our bums. So however you'd like to meet me there. Keep your feet in towards your glutes, your knees point up. Your hands are going to come underneath your shoulders as your fingertips point forward. Maybe you want to scooch the feet out, maybe you want to scooch them more in. This really depends on preference. But you want to ground through the whole foot. And you're just going to start to press into the mat, hovering the bum off the ground. Deep breath in and out, lengthening through both arms here. As you begin to lift up the pelvis, lift up the hips, and then gently tilt the head back. Just feel that opening of the chest, of the shoulders, of the neck. And let's tilt the head back in, looking to the top of your knees, and then gently begin to lower yourself back down till you come onto your bum. We're going to stretch out both our legs in front of us and just come onto our sit bones. So this can be a bit of an uncomfortable visual, but you really want to spread them cheeks side to side. And you can grab your pillow. And now depending on your flexibility level, you can have it up here, down here. Maybe you want to put it underneath your bum to lift yourself up a little bit. That can also be really nice if you're very tight in the hamstring, because it just adds a little bit of a hinge forward. But wherever you put it, let's get comfy with it. And then let's just start to lean forward towards our feet. So just hugging the pillow and just let yourself lean. So you don't want to round through the shoulders. You really want to keep that back nice and straight. And just let yourself hinge. Softening down the gaze. Now maybe if you're in the privacy of your own room, no one is going to see you. So it does not matter how far you can touch your toes. If you're all the way up and this is your hinge, this is your hinge. Just make sure you're not rounding through the upper back, but that we're keeping ourselves nice and straight and upright here. Closing down the eyes. Maybe relaxing our feet instead of flexing them, just let them be. And gently seeing if you can soften on each exhale more towards your knees. Two more deep breaths. And gently lift yourself back up again. Now, from here, we're just going to come to lie on our backs. So come to lie on your back, placing the pillow off to the side. And just hug your knees in towards the chest. Maybe massaging your lower back, rock a bit side to side here. And then gently, when you found stillness, you're going to plant both your feet back down onto the mat. Your knees point up, and your hands are going to come beside you. Your palms are going to press into the mat. Your shoulder blades are going to press into the mat. Feel your neck lengthen. Keep that chin nice and long and upright so that we stay confident even while we're on the ground. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, gently begin to peel the hips off the mat. Let them come all the way up towards the ceiling. And now the sensation here should feel like you're trying to pull your knees back towards you, which is going to push you more into your shoulder blades. Start to engage your glutes, engage the core, so that we add one more little moment of fire. before we sink deep into our relaxation, deep into our rest. 2 more breaths, keeping the inside of our thighs engaged, keeping our knees drawn together energetically. And then gently begin to lower back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Once you reach the bottom, hugging both knees back into the chest. And this time just finding stillness, just hugging them in. Closing down the eyes. And you're just gently going to plant the right foot down, and the left ankle is going to come on top of the right knee so that your left hip comes out. Now your first variation is to just stay here and use your left fingertips to gently press against the left quad. So you gently open the hip and the glute. If you feel comfortable in this, you may begin to lift your right foot off the ground, bringing the right knee towards you. Your left hand is going to come in between that little diamond shape, and it's going to interlace behind the right thigh with the right hand. From here, you gently start to pull the right knee in towards you. You use your left elbow to press the left elbow out. You can lower down the head to make it more relaxed, or keep your head up. It's really up to you here. I'm going to lean back because I just want it to be a nice feel-good sensation, with no extra force or tension coming from the upper back and the neck. Feel the release of the glute. One more deep breath in. And exhale, release, plant the right foot back down. We're just going to bring the left foot back down next to the right. Hands come back beside you on the mat. And just peel your hips up towards the ceiling once more. Really trying to press the weight onto the shoulder blades here. Pulling the feet maybe slightly in more towards the glute. Really arching the back. Opening up the chest. Constricting the throat chakra so that we can open it up again once we release. One more breath. And gently come back down. Really taking it spine by spine segment. 2 breaths here. Right foot is going to cross on top of the left knee. And again, you can use your right hand to just gently guide the right knee out towards the side. This is already very deep, especially for the hip. If you want to take it a step further, and I suggest you just give it a try, you can always return back to this position if it gets too deep. You gently start to lift the left foot up. This brings your right knee towards you. You guide your right hand through the triangle shape and interlace behind the left thigh with the left hand. Gently start to pull the left knee towards you. Use your right elbow to guide the right knee out. Hello, foot. Maybe letting the head sink back down. Just feeling into that glute release sensation. Gently releasing, placing the left foot back down, untwisting the right foot, place it back down on the mat, and just hug your knees back into the chest one last time. Shavasana, you can do one last little hip opening posture before, where you just start to open the knees and you can grab the outside of your feet and simply hold them in like this. So this already really opens up the hip. If you want to take it further, you start to bring your feet up over the knees so that the knees pull down towards your shoulders. And it's a bit as if your feet are trying to stand on the ceiling here. So you really want to flex them, keep that tension. Just let your hips open and release. And then each exhale, really feel those knees sink more down towards the ground, sink more down towards you. One more breath. Gently begin to release your legs and just come back to lie completely flat on the mat. Now what I really like to do for an evening Shavasana is place the pillow on top of my belly. Even though it's really lightweight, it somehow gives me a bit of comfort. You know, it's just like a little moment of I got you in a way. So when you close down the eyes, it'll also really help you notice your breath rise and fall. And it just really lets you sink down. And just starting to relax the feet, let your ankles roll out. Let the outer edges of the foot hang down towards the ground. Start to bring your awareness up towards your kneecaps, releasing any tension from the quads and the leg, feeling the glutes press down into the ground, really feeling the hip bones open, feeling the breath lift and fall. Starting to notice how you're truly here, how you're present in the moment. Start to feel your shoulders press down into the ground, feeling the shoulder blades relax. The wrists are heavy, the elbows are heavy, the fingertips release. Check if you're holding any tension in the jaw. Really just let go of that tension. Let the spot between your forehead, between the two eyebrows, simply melt to each side of the head. And let yourself be held. Held within knowing that you have your own back. That whatever happened today is now in the past. Tomorrow we get to try again. But for now, we just have to be. so welcome to simply stay here, to take as long as you need to awaken yourself again, to maybe wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingertips, keeping the eyes closed, keeping the awareness within, but just starting to invite a bit of movement again into the body. And if you want to stay here, please do, savoring in to that stillness, that absolute relaxation of Shavasana. But if you want to finish up the practice with me, you can gently remove the pillow, rolling over onto either your left or your right side, coming into a fetal position, bending the knees slightly. And then just pressing yourself up to a seat, keeping the eyes nice and closed. Placing both hands on your thighs. Just taking a last few deep breaths. To anchor ourselves into this moment of presence and of mental stillness. When you're ready, you may gently join your hands together in prayer posture in front of your heart. Take a moment to bow down towards yourself and say thank you for taking just a bit of time out of your day to do something for your health and hopefully also your happiness. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be uploading every Wednesday, and you can always come meet me in person on the mat as well. All my teaching times are up on my Instagram. I hope you have a beautiful evening and that you get lots of good and rejuvenating